Welcome back to another skateboarding channel. This is a Drop Inn IRL episode number 11. So welcome back, boys. Here we are again in the house. We've got Graham, we've got Turner. What's up?
Guest today is Brett from Thunder Bay. I skate with him with the homies out there. Let's bring in Brett.
Yeah, how's it going, boys?
Yo. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, boys. This is I've never been on a podcast before, so I appreciate it. And when Turner hit me up to just talk skateboarding, I was like 100% down. I think I got back to you like within 30 seconds. So yeah, definitely down. Thanks for having me.
Pretty fast he got back for sure.
No, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're here with us, bruv. So I was talking to you a little bit before, mate, before we started recording, and you were saying you was actually in London, in the UK.
Yeah. I born and raised Thunder Bay, Ontario, here in Canada, and went to university here in Thunder Bay. Graduated in 2016. Instantly moved to England. Lived in Rochester for a year, and yeah, like every weekend just going into London, and yeah, just coming from a town of 100,000 people and then moving to London, which is like 30 million people in London?
No idea.
Something like that.
Many people.
Yeah, it was definitely a culture shock, but I loved it there. It was definitely a good time. I didn't skate much at all, like I said, but yeah, I definitely loved being in the UK.
Yeah, it's gnarly. You got to go and see some cool places, though, innit? You went to South Bank, didn't you?
Yeah, it was cool going to South Bank because it's just like, yeah, South Bank is just like, you see all these people just walking around, and like I feel like if you're a skater at South Bank, you probably feel like you're in like a zoo or something with all these people just watching you. And
dude, it is like that there, actually. Yeah, there's always like 100 tourists. Like,
oh yeah, yeah. I wanted to ask you like about South Bank. Is it, if you're a skater going to South Bank, is it like, is everyone there like pretty like warm and inviting, or is it like kind of like some gatekeeping going on? Like if you're not skating, then you shouldn't be there.
No, not really. I mean, I'd say it's pretty decent atmosphere there. Really, people are kind of calm, but there's definitely like pockets. There's definitely groups of people, but like it's the same as anywhere. Like if you're new to somewhere and you go into a skate park and you don't know the people there, there's the chances are one of those groups of people there are locals, right? So you're sort of coming into their area, and it's just a case of a little bit of a respectful acknowledgement. Basically, when you went to a place like South Bank or any skate park, just be polite, just hand up, give people a smile and a nod. That's it. It's the instant respect then, isn't it? And it's like a brotherhood anyway, skateboarding. But yeah, I think it's important you just show a little bit of openness and being like nice when you arrive at a new skate park, and then it's always going to be calm for you there, isn't it? You know what I mean? Because people are generally really nice everywhere, aren't they?
Oh yeah, I think that's definitely the vibe in Thunder Bay too, and like Turner could probably attest to this. But if you just come down to we have a really nice plaza down at our marina, so right by the waterfront, and if you just show up with like a good attitude and you're willing to be respectful, like right off the bat, you have 30 or 40 people that are just instantly down with you and are down to be your friend. So I think, yeah, if you just show up to the session with good vibes and respect, skateboarding is just one of those things where instantly you could just be accepted and get close with so many people just through skateboarding. So
yeah, I've actually heard people say the opposite. I've actually heard people literally say the opposite, that they found skateboarders to be sort of like intimidating and not very welcoming and stuff like that. And I've kind of got a theory behind that. Like, I think it's just a body language miscommunication. Like, if you walk into a skate park and you feel shy, or you feel that everyone's going to be negative before you even get there, and you walk in, that causes you to sort of be head down and try and keep yourself to yourself and enjoy your skateboarding on your own, because you don't want to interact with people that might cause you problems. But from the other people's perspective, it's some new person coming in the park, and when they see you not interacting, no eye contact, you don't say hello, they see you as sort of arrogant and rude. Like, what does this person think they're better than us? When really, these people, they all want to be friends, they all want to skate together. These people are worried that everyone's going to be mean to them, and because of that, their body language appears to the others like they don't want to interact with us over here. Why not? We're locals here. Why don't you want to talk to us? And then and that causes the actual problem, because then there is friction between those people, and it was created out of a misunderstanding of body language. That's my theory behind it anyway, because I truly believe that 99.9% of all skateboarders are lovely people.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think I can totally agree with that.
I think when you're a beginner turning up to a new skate park, not knowing the kind of common lines, like you could be rolling up and down a bank or something, someone could be trying a trick there, and you've not got the awareness of knowing where people are going to go. It's kind of like learning to drive. Like you need to kind of learn to read people and figure out, well, maybe not figure out where they're going, but like watch what they're doing and observe their behavior before you start kind of getting involved in it.
Yeah, I feel like if you show up to any skate park, there's especially like a new skate park that you're not used to, I feel like every skate park has a flow, and there's a certain flow of traffic, and it's just figuring out like, okay, most people start here and then they go here and then they hit that obstacle, then they hit the bank, then they come around. And it's like, once you figure out that flow, then you kind of realize, okay, I'm not going to be in anyone's way if I'm in this part of the park. And I've definitely ran into that skating new parks, just like not knowing the lines that people hit.
Yeah.
I know that when I was there with you guys in T-Bay for my job, and I noticed like how you guys like flow through that park. I like kind of started catching on the more I would show up with you guys, like, okay, they're skating that, go skate this kind of thing, or join them, skate it with them, because then you can feed off of each other. Like, I know, like I was texting the guys saying like you and me, we skated quite a bit together, like kind of in our own little thing, like trying hard flips and stuff, because we kind of just one of them good vibe sessions kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's interesting talking about like the flow of a park when you look at like somewhere like Thunder Bay's Plaza. You've probably realized that if you're on the side of the park closest to the parking lot, like people will stand at the 3 stair, and like that's where they start. But if you're on the other side of the park, they stand by the 2 stair, and it's just like that's kind of where people will start their lines.
Yeah, especially on that long box ledge that you guys know is manual all the time.
Oh yeah,
blows my mind all the time.
That's my favorite part of the park, man. Just like a nice long ledge.
Mate, that is a nice park. Man, you got some good spots out there, ain't you? You Canadians.
Yeah. We have a really nice plaza, and I think it's on par with like the Forks in Winnipeg, or just like the plaza that they have in Vancouver. But beyond that, man, like our street spots are super crusty and they're few and far between. But we literally just got the go ahead to build another skate park here in Thunder Bay, and City Council voted yes to that on nice. Monday. So we'll have another actual modern skate park in 2 to 3 years time here.
Shout out to the City Council.
Yeah.
Good fucking job.
Good guys.
That's the Dees Park, isn't it, in Thunder Bay?
Yeah, Dees Park. Yeah, John Kelly and like everyone at Eclectic and the Thunder Bay Skateboard Coalition, they've been working to get a park there for, I think, since 2018, and finally City Council agreed to it on Monday. So definitely looking forward to that, and it's much needed in the area that it's going to be built in. So I think we're all just super stoked on that.
Man, that's a gnarly name for a place though, Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah, it's not
Thunder
it's
Truck should give
cool.
everyone that lives there a discount on the trucks just because.
Yeah, I don't know. I ride Aces though, so
Yeah,
It
but
seems a
if
bit
Thunder were
like
like, do you want these trucks for free because you live in Thunder Bay, give every skateboarder in Thunder Bay a set of Thunder trucks.
yeah, maybe I'll switch to
That's
Thunder then.
Some good PR, in it. Wouldn't happen.
Excellent PR.
That's dope though, man. Yeah, we never know. Maybe one day I'll come out there and skate it, man.
We've just got one little shitty council park here, and the more I get into street skating and things like that here, even like every single spot is crusty. It's just horrendous. But you've got to make of it what you can. So the more I do that, and the more I dive into it, the more I find spots that are actually skatable, even though they are like really crusty and like you're not going to be able to do anything particularly difficult. But you know, it's things end up, you look at them and you think, oh no, that's no use. You think it's skating on, but if you stay there and skate for half an hour, you figure out things you can do with it. Get creative.
I mean, that's basically, isn't that how skateboarding is though? You could find a spot out of nothing and make something happen, kind of thing.
But it seems to be things that, like, the things that I've had the most fun skating with and the things that I've been most creative with are the things that I would never have thought of skating in the first place. Like that little car park around the back of some houses that had a little stump of a parking bollard like that. Just stupid little things all in over that.
Oh yeah, amazing. I know the one you mean. That's got some seriously crusty ground on the landing.
Yeah, it's all like that here. And do you know the best bit, that like the least crusty bit of that is the tarmac, the what is it you guys call it, blacktop. And it's just recently laid in the past year or so, I think. So the actual car park's fine, but the paths are all like, it's concrete, but it's got all little dimples in it. It's the way it's been made. It's so that it's not slippery when it's icy.
Jeez.
Yeah, so the landing was pretty rotten.
Have we lost Brett?
We lost Brett.
My phone was like glitching out.
No problem.
I think I'm back.
That's not a problem.
Edit.
Yeah, man. So like, this is actually the last podcast of the year and the last one of the series. So what I thought we'd do is go through some of the awesome skateboarders that we've featured on the show over the last year.
All right, let's see it.
So this one, Lachlan Cornell, was the first skateboarder that we reviewed on the channel, full stop. And man, this guy is so sick.
Serious, these.
Yeah, see how loose he is.
That's a good size gap. What you got down that, Brett?
Man, anything that's not a ledge or a three stair, I don't think I'm jumping down something like that.
I'll tell you what you've got if you're jumping down that, you've got balls of steel.
Broken ankles.
Oh, mate.
That's what you get.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do anything down there. Maybe an ollie or a boneless, that'd be the lot.
Yeah, that's about it.
Do you know what? Look at this tiny little mini ramp. Wouldn't you love to have a little session in that?
That's bedroom size.
Nowhere up here's got like little bowls or like. Woo!
See, busted ankles.
Oh, that was lovely, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's no mini ramps or anything up here. It all seems to be big bowls, and like there's no such thing as a 2-foot mini up here. I don't think I've even really seen any like 3-foot minis.
You need to build yourself one, bro.
Yeah,
I know, Brett, the one in Thunder Bay, who owns that one in their backyard there?
There's a few backyard mini ramps here. I know Vanessa has one. That's probably the one you're talking about. Nathan has one. think Juan has one. We have like 3 or 4 backyard ramps here. They're all like roughly the same size, but nothing like super tiny.
Yeah, we've got in Oxy skate park. We've got a brand new skate park not too far from here, and but they've got I think it's about 2.5 foot mini, but the coping on there, dude. If that's the end of the transition, the coping's like this out the front of it, you know. I mean, like that out the front of it. It's gnarly. The hang up potential on there is crazy, and people go there and learn and think it's the safest, easiest ramp there, but they're coping it ain't. They're better off going up on the 4 foot the other side, like for sure.
That's like the half pipe. There's like a little council skate park in Thurso, the next town along from me, and it's like it's horrendous. Exactly like you were saying, like they haven't set the reveal of the coping, so it's like instead of being like there or whatever, it's like that.
Holy
Dharma's fucking it. They've got no idea, man. They should get like they should ask a skater or something, you know, when they put these things in. But I don't know.
Kids.
What can you do? Anyway, there's another skateboarder that we highlighted on the show. This guy was called Grayson Pratt. And he has got some fire tricks too, bro.
I think this was when I first came onto the podcast as a guest, I do believe.
Yeah, that's right.
Those tennis courts look so good for skating, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
We don't have anything like that here. I think we do anyway.
Tennis courts are usually pretty good.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've got like public tennis courts, but there's one that's like you've got to pay to get in, and like there's another one in Thurso, and I think that's free to get in, but I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's like kind of like AstroTurf sort of thing.
Yeah, we got a tennis court here, but we checked it out. It's good, but it's kind of sketchy at the same time. Got some high wooden benches that we thought about skating at one point.
I don't think we've ever skated in a tennis court, but that ground's really weird.
Yeah, I feel like it would almost be like
spongy.
Like spongy, yeah.
I don't know.
Because it could
Seems
just be
to work.
concrete.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it? Yeah. But this guy's sick, man. Grayson Pratt, he's got a really good channel. And there was a dude called Brian Jackson. Yeah, this dude was absolute fire, mate, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed it.
But look how thin that board is, man. That's a 775, isn't it?
It's got to be. And he did that in the rain, too.
Mm.
That's wild.
I was noticing a bit of shine there. Yeah, it's just crazy how like times have changed. Like 775 not too long ago was considered like on the big side. Yeah. I skated 7.5 for so long because that was the norm.
Well, it's crazy just watching old videos and you see people just doing like the gnarliest stuff. Like I'm pretty sure Dave Baczynski kickflipped El Toro on like a 7.5 or a 7.75. And now you don't see those anywhere. Like even now, like an 8.1 is just considered a small board.
Yeah. People won't touch things like that on a 8 or even 8.25. Some people are reluctant to try anything big like that.
I feel like most people are riding 8.5s now. I ride 8.25, but anything bigger than that, I just can't really whip around.
Yeah, I ride 8.25 too, Brett.
Me too.
I pushed back for ages. I didn't want to go move away from 7.75 because I stuck to what I knew, and even then I've thought about going back to it, but they're quite hard to get a hold of now. So I just stuck with 8.
Oh yeah, I feel like most companies don't even make anything under an 8 now.
Yeah, very rare.
Very few.
I feel that if you skate with really tight trucks, a 7.75 is fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's fairly stable still. But you know, when you have loose trucks, I think you need the wider boards to have that stable feeling.
Yeah.
This guy, good man. Look at that.
Yeah. That last air set was crazy cool.
Yeah, but over this last year, mate, we've Actually found some really bloody wonderful skateboarders. A lot of our guests have recommended skateboarders to us. And speaking of which, actually, we had Anthony from Adventures in Skateboarding at 40 Plus on. Absolute legend. He
good cunt.
Yeah, he suggested.
Okay, Twitch.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, he suggested Nessa Darks, which is amazing. Because this lady, mate, she kills it, bro.
Have you seen her nollie heels,
mate?
Dude,
her nollie heels are beautiful, man. Do you know what I like about her? Is she will keep going. Like Anthony said, actually, on the podcast, she will keep going and trying the trick until she gets it right.
If you get a chance, Brett, check her out. Her nollie heels are insane.
As well?
I think she's American.
I'm not sure.
I'm not too sure.
Canadian.
She does sound Canadian, but
I might be mixing her up with someone else, but I thought I'd read on her Instagram that she was Canadian.
Yeah, I think she might be.
She might be.
She's a legend.
Yeah. There's something about 50-50 front shoves. Just I don't know. They just look.
Mm-hmm.
And chick skaters in general just are insane. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like Sarah and Emily at Plaza and Thunder Bay kill it too, though.
Oh yeah, like the girl skaters, like it's insane just how far like women's skateboarding has come.
Right,
like I remember back.
No reason why it shouldn't be, man.
Early 2000s, you'd be hard pressed to find any girl that was skating on a consistent basis, and now it's just like there's such a good community for female skaters, and they're just absolutely crushing it now.
Good, that's the way it should be.
Like there's so many people like kind of the purist sort of people that are like, female skaters aren't doing it. They're not. They don't have style. They don't have blah blah blah. They don't have the technical tricks that.
Tell that to Nessa.
Clearly they're not.
Look at her. She's out there killing it with style. Yeah, look at
absolutely.
That. But that is a proper flick and a proper catch, man. Nessa Darps is sick. No two ways about it.
Yeah. Fucking right, 100%.
Would you do that?
What, 50 the quarter?
No.
And the pole sides.
I'll leave that to the Electric boys in Thunder Bay.
Talking of Canadians, though, guys, my favourite skateboarder that we've highlighted on the show over the last year was Chili Skates. This guy's Canadian as well. Man, this guy's fire. Have you seen him, Brett?
No.
Oh, well, you need to subscribe to him. And his videos are fire. I promise you.
Okay.
He is such a good skateboarder.
Where from Canada is he from?
I have no idea where in Canada, bro.
Have you seen his how many 360 flips can I do in an hour?
It's gonna be at least down east.
It must be like 300 or 400 attempts. It's like 15 in a row. Woo! 360 inward.
Yeah, dude, he's crazy.
Oh, 5-0 Trey.
I don't think I've ever seen any like I mean, like obviously skating with you guys in Thunder Bay, I've seen a lot of tech shit go down, like Josh and Dawson and like Kai. Like everybody kills it, but like those three I know are tech as fuck.
Yeah, I like this guy.
You see that?
I like that sport.
Is that shove it late flip?
Yeah.
What the dude, that's sick.
From a manual.
Flip.
Chili Skates is definitely my favorite skateboarding YouTuber for sure.
Why is he not sponsored yet? Graham can get him hooked up on Avon.
His style is just like fantastic, isn't it?
Is that double flip front nose?
It was. Man's going big, you know what I mean?
Ryan Sheckler gap.
What is that?
Late varial heel. I don't know. I think that was like shove it late heel or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do you know what I mean? Is that guy not sick?
Blows my mind.
Yeah. But it didn't end there. You know, week after that, we had Lucas Moser. I mean, this dude.
Oh, see?
Raw.
The more we noticing it, the more we like found everybody, the like crazier it got.
Yeah.
For
So what,
skaters.
who are we going to find next year, though, eh?
That's a good question.
2022.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my sort of line. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that.
Where's this guy from?
No idea where this dude's from, dude.
I remember that particular clip on like gapping onto the road.
Yeah. See, all the writing's in English on the signage and stuff, isn't it? But
Yeah.
no idea.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
It's super tech. He almost like reminds me of like Mikey White, or is that like a Mikey Whitehouse? I think that's his name.
I've never heard of that dude. Mikey Whitehouse.
I've seen that spot in a few videos. Like a couple of different skaters and like on snowboard and that they've been in that spot.
Yep. I'd love to know where it is.
Yeah.
Damn, I'd love to know where it is.
Looks like a really mellow spot.
They've got plenty of wax in there.
You know, shit's caked in wax, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Timothy Luke's been skating some crusty ledges, mate. Seen the amount of wax he's having to put in those things to get him to slide.
And Tim's been putting in work though too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Big wax block the size of a house brick.
But it used to be.
Well, it was, yeah.
I know Brett and the Act Electric crew has been putting in work for their video coming up by Dawson.
Definitely not me, but yeah.
The crew.
I got one clip. I got my yearly street clip, and that was whether Doss chooses to use it or not, we'll see. But no, like Colin and Josh and Kai and like all those guys who actually are getting clips in the street, like they've just been killing it. Like for the skate season is pretty much done here in Thunder Bay, but all November, like I'd be at the plaza and those guys would just like warm up and then just go hit street. And yeah, I'm not the biggest street guy, but they're gonna have an unreal video come out next year.
That's dope, man. What do you know what it's going to be called?
It's called Smile. The trailer's already on YouTube.
Oh shit. Oh right.
Yeah. Turner was there for one street session when we went to that bump,
the bump to sidewalk.
Bump over the sidewalk.
That thing's massive. I boneless that too. That was insane.
Yeah, I saw that. Pat got a clip there. Doss got a clip.
I'm sure you sent that one.
What's that?
What's that?
I'm sure Turner sent that in the group chat.
I sent another one that I got for him. I don't know, like I'm like Brett, I got 2 clips for him. I didn't suspect to get any kind of thing because I wasn't really invited into the video, but they were filming. It's like, oh yeah, fucking try something, I guess. So I did that boneless with you guys, and then Josh came down here, and then I did that on that big yellow thick rail. I did that 50 front shove.
Sick.
And I heard that I think Doss might use that by the sounds of it. I'm not sure though.
Yeah,
because I know he was really hyped on it.
I remember you boneless the bump, but I couldn't remember if it was being filmed or not. But they filmed it.
Yeah, Joshy filmed it.
Okay, sick.
It looks kind of cool just the way he filmed it. Like it looks like I'm like hitting the camera with my board, just the way I scooped it.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's a tight clip.
Yeah, that was a good day. That was a good session. It's just that was an interesting spot. Like, just it's so crusty, and then just the way the bump shoots you, it was like really hard to figure out when to hit your tail. But no, that was a good session.
Yeah, well, when it drops, I'll be sure to drop the links into whatever videos we're bringing out at the time.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be sick.
Inform everyone at home when it's out and point you in the right direction so you can check it out.
Yeah, I'd have to talk to DOS, but I think they're trying to do like an early 2022 premiere, because there's really not, like, they'd have to be editing now. There's no more clips to really get in Thunder Bay. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a cool local video.
Excellent, man. So how long have you been skating then?
Started in 2004 and skated like nonstop for like 7 years. And then really once I got to university, I kind of just kind of fell out of love with it and would kind of skate like on and off throughout university. But really just like when COVID hit and like the beginning of 2020, that's when I kind of just got back into it. And yeah, just essentially, yeah, committed every single day to skating. And it was just nice to like definitely progress, because I think I'm better now than I was when I kind of fell off from doing it constantly in like 2011, but like on and off for the past like 17, 18 years.
Yeah. Did you keep snowboarding in between it though, when you weren't skateboarding?
Yeah, I kept snowboarding, but I'm not very
I had a
feeling
feeling that you might have for some reason.
I just think it's one of those things, like when you get older, I don't know, people just associate skating with, it's just like more, I don't want to say like a childish thing, but it's just, you hear about like people who are in their 30s skating and people are like, oh, okay. But then if you hear about like someone who's in their 30s snowboarding, people don't even,
let's
like,
be real
about
it, boys. It is fucking childish. There's no, I don't care if you're bothered by that, but that's the truth. It is fucking childish. Everything about it's stupid.
Why is it not considered childish that people play Sunday league football throughout?
Is there anything wrong with it being childish though? That's the point.
No.
Yeah, I guess it is. It comes down to the argument of like, you could argue everything's childish, like kicking around a soccer ball as a grown man, like that's pretty childish.
You're kicking a leather balloon around, mate. Well done.
But yeah, just I feel like people look at skateboarding more as like a toy than like I don't want to call it like a sport or anything, but yeah, I feel like it's still got like kind of like a little bit of a stigma to it.
I think it's a sporting toy.
A little bit of everything.
It's just a plank of wood with wheels under it, mate. That's all it is, isn't it? People overthink it, I reckon.
Yeah.
But we all like to have fun. And you don't get much of that, do you, when you're a grown-up?
No.
So it's nice, man. And like, you know, it's a great way. We've said it before on the podcast. It's one of the best ways of like unwinding from your stresses, you know, all your problems you got going on, all the worries you got going on in life. You could just go out for a skate for an hour, a couple of hours. You don't have to do tricks. You can just roll around, find a nice hill, cruise around a high street, dodging around people, whatever you're into, just cruise around. You're not even thinking about anything, are you, other than where you are at that moment. And it's just the best bloody thing in the world.
Fucking right.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn, I love skateboarding. I'm so childish.
All those other people that don't skate, they'll never understand it.
Hey, did you guys watch the hypothetical skaters video the other day? He posted a video about
the pussy rant.
Yeah. He posted a pussy rant. Yeah. So basically, controversial subject is saying that if you stop skateboarding because you don't want to injure yourself or because you had an injury, you're a pussy. If you stop skateboarding just because your life situation changes and you're not able to skate, you're still a skateboarder that's not able to skate. That doesn't make you a pussy. But he made an example of one of his friends or someone he knows that they didn't want to skateboard anymore in case they hurt their hands because they're a talented musician. Like, just say, like, sorry, mate, you're a pussy. Like, what do you think? Is he right?
I can understand his reasons for not wanting to hurt himself, but
he's a pussy.
For someone to call him a pussy because of it.
So I'm agreeing with the hypothetical on this one.
Yeah, but like I think if it was me, if I was like making a living off music, then I think I would probably be a bit like that's another thing. Like I think a lot of people when they got back into skateboarding in the first lockdown, they probably like myself, they've probably been wanting to do it for years, but they were a bit wary about doing it and getting injured and not being able to work. Do you know what I mean? Like I think a lot of people were put off by that, and you just keep putting it off, and then eventually you're like, right, I've got to do it. If I don't do it, then I'll never do it.
Well, I think like I totally agree with that, because I think just kind of like when the lockdown happened, you had a lot of people working from home or not working at all, so maybe the risk of being injured affecting your kind of work life was just totally gone. I know there's like a lot of people that like that was like kind of the main thing stopping them from getting back into skating or even starting skateboarding is, okay, what if I get injured and then now I can't provide for my family, or now I can't do this job or do that job. But kind of when the pandemic hit, the world just hit pause. I think a lot of people did get back into skating because it wasn't like an organized sport where you needed a hockey rink or you needed to go into a gym. Like you can literally just grab a board and go skate the street or a parking lot.
Hey,
and I think that's what
I know loads of dudes that have got into skateboarding over all of this. You know, so I think it's worked both ways. I think a lot of people, it's pushed them into it, and a lot of people, as you were saying, the opposite. But yeah.
I mean, that's how I look at it too. It's like with my situation for like, I love to skate and I'll always skate, but it's always just that fear of getting hurt for work. Cause you're always like, for me, I'm always on my feet all day kind of thing. So like, I don't want to be limping around kind of thing, but I still risk it. Yeah.
That's because you're not a pussy.
No, I openly admit that I'm one of my favourite catchphrases, and when I'm recording a video is I can't land this trick because I'm a shite bag.
Yeah, but you're not a pussy.
Yeah, but you still send it, Graham. Like that's
arguable.
Mate, in the few months I've been chatting to you boys, you've all had a few injuries here and there. Never stopped you skating?
No.
Not with any serious injuries, but
nah.
Rolled ankles and things like that.
Shit, you guys watched me tweak my ankle live, and then I landed back 50 front shove. Same day.
True that though. Yeah, but anyway, I didn't get your opinion on that, Brett. Is someone a pussy? Is someone a pussy if they stop because they don't want to hurt themselves or because they got hurt?
It's, you know what it comes down to. Like, I do not care about how other people choose to live their life. So if someone wants to quit skating because they have that fear of getting hurt, then
yeah, that's fair enough.
Their decision.
We'll all agree with that. But are they a pussy?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
No? Cool.
I feel like maybe they're not smart for getting a job where they could get hurt and it's not an issue. But
they never think about it. What if they go to work and get hurt and then they can't skateboard anymore? I mean, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
You could argue
gotta think
you know what I mean? You go to work, someone drops a crate on your foot, you smashes your foot, you now got to have pins in there to put it back together, and that's your skating done. Well, not done. Can't say that. There's people skate with no legs, mate. Bloody amazing. But
yeah.
Man,
I mean, there's an argument that you could like you can choose your hobbies, but not everyone's got the luxury of choosing their career. They've got to work in whatever industry they can get into. It's not always easy to get into your dream job. So some people are kind of thinking of that mindset. They're like, well, this is the only job I've got. If I lose this, then I can't risk being unemployed for a year before I find another job. So there's different schools of thought, different ways of looking at it.
Yeah. I just think no matter what though, you start skateboarding, you're a skateboarder for life, aren't you?
If you want it, you'll get it. You don't give it up because you you've got that passion that's driving you, that's making you want to keep going. You might feel like giving up that day, like, fuck this, I can't be bothered with this anymore. But then that'll be biting at you and it'll be pushing you to eventually go back to it. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense, bro. But tell you what, there's one more skateboarder I want to show you lot, and I think everyone knows him anyway. It's called Ben Dagros or Degros.
His brother was pro in the 90s, Ted.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Ted DeGros. He was a really popular Canadian skater in like late 90s, early 2000s. They're all based out of the West Coast.
Oh, is this guy Canadian as well, huh?
Yeah, he lives in Vancouver.
Oh, damn.
And what's insane is he has like super random, but he has a popular skate YouTube channel, but he has a YouTube channel called like the Vancouver Carpenter. And he's like the authority on like everything related to carpentry on YouTube. Like his videos get millions of views.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, really smart, really talented guy. And when I was getting kind of like back into skating, just watching his video, not like that I'm like crazy old or anything, but he was just like one of those guys that's like, you can get back into skating at any age, and just such a well-spoken person, and just his knowledge on skating is just unparalleled.
He's a damn good skater as well.
Yeah, really talented.
Did he ever build a wooden half pipe?
I would guarantee. Yeah, he has a couple videos.
I bet it's the
where he built a mini ramp in his buddy's like living room.
Oh, but yeah, no, if easy for him, right?
Yeah, if you can ever find footage of his brother Ted, he had some really good parts in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you think Ben is good, like wait until you see what Ted was doing.
So it's grinding the whole length of that like nothing.
Yeah, that
he grinds everything.
Yeah, all the parks he skates, those are all in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Man, he's good.
Yeah. And Vancouver's the spot though, because they got like epic skate parks, and then they got mountains surrounding them too for snowboarding.
Yeah. What's crazy about Vancouver is like it's the hub of Canadian skateboarding, but they don't even have an indoor park.
Yeah, that's kind of whack.
Like, they have the best skaters in Canada, and they can't skate during the winter unless they're going to like literally just covered outdoor spots. But yeah, they have no indoor.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're all like Ryan Descends on those guys, and like Mickey Papa and those. Like they're all out of basically BC, but they go train in the States through the winter.
Oh yeah, because you have to think like if you're someone trying to make a living in skating and you're Canadian, you're already handicapped at the fact that you can't skate from December until the end of March. Or you can if you have an indoor, but even then that's just limiting you to the amount of places that you could be skating and the amount of obstacles that you could be getting better at. So you're already at a disadvantage as a Canadian.
It's the same with like any up and comers from like South America or Europe or that. They're all flying over to like California and Miami and whatever, like all the big kind of skating cities, because they know that's where they're going to get noticed. Yeah, but like they'll get the experience and like all the kind of the famous spots and things like that.
Yeah. But yeah, even just like not only like the spots in Cali, but just like making connections, getting in the industry. Like you have to be in California.
Pretty much.
Like you look at all those guys that even like all the guys that are killing it out in like Europe and Brazil, even they have to come to America to really make something of it.
Yeah. Man, do you know what, boys? All good. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. That's all we've got time for. So we're going to say bye-bye.
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 All right. Bye-bye. Thanks for having me, boys.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure having you, bro. for sure.
Good.
But yeah, we'll be back in the new year with series 2. Brand new hosts.
Yeah.
Good stuff to come.
Very nice.
Very nice.